Okay, so today we're doing Martell Reigns of Castamere again. The opponent is actually playing an interesting faction and agenda combo, Lannister, Banner of the Sun. The only thing that I've seen with this faction and agenda combo before is a Shadows deck, where you have Bowels of Casterly Rock and you bring in shadow cards from Martell. And that's pretty annoying, so maybe that's what he's doing. We'll find out. What am I going to do? I think I'm going to do this. It doesn't tell me much yet. So, Brothel Madam is annoying. Supporting the Faith, that's weird. Don't think that bothers me this turn. I wasn't going to use my Dornish Spy, which costs 4 with my 2 gold. Although maybe I can use it with Obara, that's cool. I changed the deck's plots out a little bit. As you can see, I have Peace and Prosperity now, which I didn't have before. I switched Close Call for that. And I changed the First Snow of Winter over to Forced March. Because I think this is still a pretty big guy dominant metagame. First Snow of Winter is just so trash against Greyjoy, and Forced March is so good, or at least so much better. I think Forced March is just better in the current environment of the game. I think it's totally possible to have a game state where First Snow is better, but this is not it. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do Starfall. Is there any reason to save 1 gold? I don't think there is. So we're going to spend the gold on a Great Hall and an Obara Sand. This is pretty good, right? Now let's hope he doesn't have Treachery. No Treachery, please. Don't do it. I really want to take the Intrigue icon off of Cersei. Oh, I was supposed to save 1 gold for the Brothel Madam. Wow. I'm not very good at this game. Yeah, I was supposed to marshal Blood Orange Grove and just save a gold. Or even, like, kneel the Desert Scavenger. That's pretty embarrassing. Damn, Tyrion and Cersei. That sucks. Okay, if there's no Treachery, we can still screw him over for this turn. But if there's Treachery, then we kind of just have to eat it. Oh, and a Desert Raider. Well, this is a situation where First Snow might have been decent. Since he has Desert Raider, it's fine to not give him a gold. Oh yeah, supporting the Faith, so I double played myself. If I had saved 1 gold, supporting the Faith would have nuked it anyways. So, and the Desert Raider means declaring military challenges is not likely to ever be useful. Let's do this first. Gold Road. Now he can pay for Treachery if he wants. Do this. Ooh, if I return her and he cancels it, then the Dornish Spy does not come into play. That would be really bad. That's horrible. I really can't risk that. So I'll just cancel. Not go through with it. I don't want to give him gold for a Burned Men or a Hound, but he'll get it anyways when he declares his Intrigue challenge. So we might as well go ahead and do it, even though it'll give him more money. Burned Men and Hounds are basically the same, because either one is enough to get past Obara on military. And this way we get the insight, which is nice. Black Ears, that's kind of weird. Well, it's good to get rid of those. He would have been able to put those into play with his military claim. Well, assuming that he can... Actually, no. Because he still has to get past Obara, which he might not be able to do. Just gotta hope for no Burned Men, man. No Hound, no Burned Men. Oh, is this Tears of Lees? I feel like it's Tears of Lees. No Tears of Lees, that's nice. Missed Ariane, that's also very nice. Alright, so let's see if Moon Brothers or Widow's Wail is going to come out. Or that works. It's tempting to use Obara in case of March to the Wall, but I don't know that that's really worth it. I don't think it is. If he has March to the Wall, he got me. I'll just accept it. Let's see if he's going to do another Supporting the Faith. Oh, barring the gates. That's kind of weird. Well, alright then. I can probably live with that. Well, we're always playing this card. Oh, she cost 0. Wow. Then we can either play this or the Bastard of God's Grace. I think I like the Greenblood Trader a little bit better. Ooh, Attainted is so good. Yeah, let's take the Attainted. Put it on the guy that has stealth, I suppose. Oh no, I kind of messed that up. I think I was supposed to put it on Cersei. Oh, I don't think it really matters. Oh goodness, should I do this? Probably not. So I can do Wildfire Assault, but I can't, yeah. I don't have any, well I can, no. So if I had 3 gold, I could give him 1 and use the Prince's Plan to get a military icon. But with only 2 gold, I can't pay for both, so not worth it. Let's do this. Alright, I don't think there's any treachery. That's useful. Quite useful indeed. Let's do this. It's going to be Wildfire Assault. And then we're going to bounce one of his characters. I will not do the power challenge because it'll put the Desert Raider into play. Yeah, no need to do that. We're going to bounce Tyrion like 100%, but we might as well just wait for him to do something before we do it. Yeah, in case he did that, see. So this way he doesn't get to do power. Next turn is probably Late Summer Feast. I think I like that. Sucks I couldn't get this Summer Seaport out earlier. Gonna have to discard 2 to reserve. Don't get Ariane. Don't do it. Okay, I guess I can live with that. Summer Seaport. Let's discard the useless location duplicate and one of these 2 Blood Orange Groves. I think we'll have enough money going forward. Gonna have 4 economy locations. Supporting the faith again. Sure, I guess. He still put me first player even though he knows I have Ariane. People just do not care when it comes to that. They just always want to go second. Like, no matter what the situation is. Alright, so I can probably use Obara this turn. I think I always do this. Do I want Edric or the Bastard of God's Grace? I think I feel a bit safer with Edric, because I don't want to die to Valar Dohaeris. Oh, he gave up. Really? Alright then. I mean, I guess if he doesn't have an answer for this card, it was probably making him quite upset that this was just going to bounce his stuff every turn. Which is not unreasonable, but at least make yourself first player, dude, when I'm using this Ariane. Because when he makes me first, and I'm Martell Reigns, and I have this 7-cost Ariane, it gives me so much advantage. It lets me use her gigantic intrigue icon to use the Reigns agenda, get the insight, and then bounce one of his dudes after I do that. Like, if you put yourself first when you're up against this card, you have a lot more control over when I have to use it. Like, let's say he could Marshal Tyrion, go first, and then declare a challenge with Tyrion and stealth her. And that way, if I wanted to bounce Tyrion, I would not get to use the 7 strength insight in a challenge before triggering her ability. She's still powerful, but she's not nearly as strong when you're going first against her. And that's also a reason that I don't have, what do you call it? Dornish fiefdoms in this deck. Because a lot of times you actually do want to go first with Martell Reigns. I mean, with this card, the Ariane here, you basically always want to go first. But it's also good with some stuff like Obara's ability, because she can attack and then put in Dornish Spy or whatever. And what's his face? This guy, Darkstar, he's better when you're going first because he can attack and take an icon before they can do anything. If you have Dawn, you get Intimidate. That's better when you're going first. And just triggering the Reigns agenda is often better to go first when you have the threat of the agenda activation. Because if you get to declare your intrigue before they get to do any of their challenges, then you can reveal like filthy accusations or a Game of Thrones or something that's going to screw them over like that. So yeah, not always correct to just always go second, believe it or not. I think I'll leave it at that for today. Got a good amount of discussion in on, like, you know, strategy of the deck and strategy of dealing with Reigns and things like that. And I don't know. I have some other stuff to work on. I don't feel up to putting too much more time into things today. So yeah, we'll leave it at there, I suppose.